randomly.
Yeah, you were here. I think it was
last week.
Was it last week? Yeah, right. The 20th of August, and you showed me a lot of different documents, but it's always much better and much quicker, more sensible when you come with an appointment. You told me about your attack. Someone attacked you.
Should I tell you what I'm dealing with?
Yeah, and to be honest,
so
for me it would be most helpful.
I'll do it in a synopsis.
And about the medical situation.
I'll do it in a synopsis because I gotta go see my lawyer after this as well. My situation is about as horrendous as you can get. I was a high-level IT manager in Canada. I worked Bank of Montreal, Bank of America, blah blah. I've delivered $6 billion in IT projects, yes, by the time I was 35. I got in a really bad road accident with the Toronto Transit. I was a contractor. My ankle got broken. I almost lost my leg. I took on the Toronto Transit legally, and because I'm by myself, I raised myself since I was like 7 years old, put myself to university, and then I was running a $700 million project, so that in itself doesn't normally happen. So I lost all my money, I lost my apartment, I lost my dog, and I came to Germany to start a new life. I was told, come here, it's a brand new world, the social, blah blah blah. So anyway, I arrived here in 2016. A lot of the promises that were made in Germany were not kept. I got a job in Munich working for Sky Deutschland Sports, so Sky Sports. So you know when you watch the TV and the blue screen, I worked directly behind there as an IT manager. They didn't pay me. They didn't pay my AOK, they didn't do the finance amt correctly, there was a lot of illegal contracts. I got a lawyer in Munich who basically went to court for me and told me I couldn't go to court, it was illegal, which was not true. He took the money and I never got the money. I called the police and they told me get a lawyer to get another lawyer. So by this point I'm stressed. So then I get a job at SAP in December 2016. My boss, Andrew Gascoigne from London, is extremely racist, doesn't like me because of my passport, creates a mass mobbing scenario, calling me a terrorist, a bitch, deleting my work, and the worst part medically was, let's say you have a cabinet that size, it was filled with cocaine, drugs, alcohol, and he would have his desk was probably about your size, and he would have a bell on his desk, and every time you rang the bell you would have to run and take something or you're fired. If I called it soccer, not football, I'm fired. And he was not allowing me to attend meetings a lot. So I'm an IT manager, the only training I could get is if you have a normal laptop, so he would give me an Apple Mac. Therefore, I couldn't do the training. So he was making it look like I couldn't do my job. So before I got there, this was around about December, early December, because my birthday is December 10th, yeah? And there was a Persian guy, so he would have a nickname for everyone. The Persian was called the terrorist, I was called the bitch, someone was called the nigger, and like, this was done in front of HR. And I went to HR and I said, this is absolutely outrageous. So he's sending emails during the night, and I had emails, you know how you have instant messenger? From Canada, Poland, everything saying, we know what's going on in that Munich office, there's nothing we can do. So the day that I left and my stress is getting worse and worse, I actually had Volkswagen as a client, and I'm so drunk, I don't even know what I'm emailing, because he's forcing you to drink all this stuff. He basically said when he comes back from Australia, when he comes back from Poland, I'm going to fire this bitch. I said, that's enough. I locked my door. I told HR, I'm going sick, I've had enough. So they said, send me what you have. I did. I got summoned to Heidelberg, which is Waldorf, the headquarters of SAP. I told them, the woman was called Hannah Wurster. I showed, because I started taking videos of everything, yes? And she said, you can't go back to that office, it's too dangerous. I said, yes I know, what do I do? she said go on Krankengeld, and this is how all this started. So I said, but I'm not sick, why don't you just send me to another office? No, we need to figure out what's going on, you need to go on Krankengeld. I said, okay, so I started to receive some death threats in Munich. I also tried to get a lawyer in Munich and no one would touch SAP. So then I got a lawyer in Hanover to take on SAP, Daniel Latterbach. So what they were trying, because of the scenario, I couldn't commit to an apartment, so I'm jumping hostel, hotel, and I ended up in the bed and budget hotel in Hanover. My things are continually getting stolen, medication continually getting stolen, constantly attacking my sleep. I'm getting phone calls during the night, and it got worse and worse. And that's how this, my doctor in Munich was giving me Zopicon, yes, because it was a constant psychological attack. And then I realized that they were also contacting other companies and trying to blacklist me as if like I don't know what I'm doing. So 1, I don't speak the language, 2, I'm running out of money, 3, I'm under some kind of attack, and like now I'm super stressed. And my shoes would get stolen, I had very expensive inlays because my ankle was broken in Toronto. Someone would steal my inlays. So what happened was SAP were trying to say that they terminated me 1 week before my 6 months probation was up. My lawyer in Hanover proved that that was completely impossible, because what I was doing was I was getting the sick notes, emailing it to AOK, and then AOK would put 2,100 euros in my account. That was the deal. They knew my situation in Munich was too dangerous, so we were doing everything through email. So when I didn't get an email of termination, I got no phone call. Obviously they couldn't send a letter because technically I was jumping hotels and hostels all the time. So my lawyer proved that yes, I wasn't terminated before the 6-month probation. So after the 6 months, you're eligible for a lot more, well, you have a lot more rights, yes? Once that was proven, SAP basically said, okay, get a lawyer and go to court. Now, I want to ask you as a German person if this is normal. I was speaking to a Margaret Annan from the Working Council, who's supposed to be helping me, yes? The conversation basically went along the line of I ended up in hospital with stress. And she said, if you tell anyone what's going on at SAP Hybris, we will no longer protect you. That's not a good thing to say, is it? So I'm now extremely nervous as to what's going on. So a court date got set in October last year. I went to Portugal to try and relax before my court case, and I had my evidence stolen. Commerce Bank closed my bank account, my clothes were stolen, and my ID was stolen. So now I'm left in Portugal with no way back to Germany. So I managed to find a Filipino guy who helped me, a Spanish guy who helped me, a Spanish reverend who helped me, and a French guy who paid my tickets all the way back to Germany, and I collapsed in a Bonn hospital. So I missed my Arbeitsgericht in Munich. And then what it has basically been is, my lawyer in Hanover said, oh, because you left Hanover, I'm no longer your lawyer. So I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do? So then I had 4 lawyers in Trier, same thing. Recently, I was staying in Düsseldorf, yes, and I was in a Starbucks, and I basically had about 100 to 200 USBs of evidence that proved that had my TTC accident on there, has my CEOs, my banking information, all the evidence against SAP, basically about 10 years worth of information, yes? That got out my whole career, all the budgets, everything. So I'm sat in Starbucks, I'm very, very tired, and someone stole my bag. Then Starbucks wouldn't call the police couldn't be bothered to report it, told me to go home to Canada. I ended up going to Diakoni. I'm like, God's sake, I'm getting annihilated here, I need someone to help. So this guy said, you know what, you can stay in my house, in Akkerstraße. So then I got a little bit of money in my account. AOK put some money in my account, they didn't email me, they didn't phone me, my lawyer didn't call me, I didn't even know the money was there. I found out by total fluke. So I went to Munich and I found out that 3 of the lawyers falsified my signature. And I also went to Ingolstadt and they confirmed it. So now you can understand why I have a problem with sleep.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I'm being literally annihilated. Not only do they owe me money, the way I have been treated after I left SAP has been even worse. Because if you can gather the scenario of, I have a lot of bad evidence against them, I can't speak the language, I'm here by myself, I have a huge company like that that does not want this information to get out, and I'm getting annihilated. As an example, that medication that you gave me 7-8 days ago got stolen in one of the hospitals I was in. So I literally, after tomorrow, I'm taking myself out of Germany for 2 weeks, and I need to relax, to gather myself.
Where will you go?
That I'm keeping to myself right now. Because really my trust levels are the bare minimum. Just to let you know, you think you can trust a guy from the church, yes?
No.
Well, you can't trust that. Well, I'm saying it's 2018, the world's fucked. But what I'm saying is, when I went to Munich, right, to find out this information, this guy changed his locks, stole my 500 gigabyte of evidence, and my clothes. I went to Diakony, I talked to the head priest. Do you know what he did? He said, oh, you're that Canadian that's in a bit of trouble. Threw 20 euros on my face and went, get out. I mean, it has been an onslaught. So now I have one person who's trying to help me. I know how bad that Zopicon is. Should I even be taking that pill? No. But I am getting brutalized. I may have found a lawyer that might actually do his job and not lie.
And you would go there immediately, right?
After this, yes. But I mean, the thing is as well, now you know, I mean, I don't want to be taking any medication. But the problem is my asthma's now got bad, my nose has got bad, I have insomnia, and it's getting to the point I'm trying to fight this, not only for the amount of money they owe me, which is a lot, but they're trying to destroy my career. You have Zing, LinkedIn, everything, and they're bad-mouthing me, so unless I get to that Arbeitsgericht and I clear my name, my career is over.
Okay, and this is where I come into the game. I need to know right now. I made a short summary
It's
of
bad.
the story. It's definitely not a everyday problem.
No.
But I need to know, how can I help you? I mean, everything you described.
Yes.
Of course, I believe you. Everything you
I can show you.
No, I believe everything. I just had to make a little summary.
Yes.
Now I need to know 3 things. The
Yes.
first is, will you stay in Cologne, or maybe you don't want to tell me, but I need to know, is this the place where you will stay most of the time? Because the address is Düsseldorf, and you told me that you will be in Munich also.
But my scenario is
that you have to
I'm
move.
staying in hotels and hostels. I thought that was my home, and he stole all my shit as well.
Do you have a job at the moment? Someone
I
pays
haven't.
you?
No.
Okay, but do you have kind of appointments with the Arbeitsamt, that your status is arbeitslos or arbeitssuchend?
Look, I have 2 passports. I have a UK and a Canadian, so I'm allowed to stay in Germany. I'm allowed to stay in Europe.
Yeah, that's
I have a
fine for
European
me. I just
passport.
need, because you told me that this Krankengeld is something that might
Yeah.
be, because for that you need a sick note, right?
Yes.
This is what I can do.
Yes.
This is where I come into the game. This is what I can offer you.
3 things I need from you. Well, I don't know. I'm saying 2 because you said 3.
Maybe it's
Okay, so a sick note.
yeah.
What I've come across is when I've told that story to some doctors, I get treated very badly and they don't want to know. If I think you're a doctor and you'll support me, I'll come back. Even if I'm 100 miles away, if I get a good doctor, I'll come back. That's the scenario. So my normal doctor in Munich, he's off until the 9th, 10th of next month.
Okay.
But
But is there a sick note at the moment, or will it be the first one?
no. This sick note has gone on since April last year.
All right.
But what I'm saying is, they put 4,000 euros in my account in April. That is neither here nor there. I don't know what that 4,000 euros is. They owe me way more money than that. So I've got to play the game of doing it legally correct and get a sick note. I need to be medically supported. Unfortunately, I'm taking a 1 Zopicon at night to help me sleep. My nose is badly broken. It has been broken for about 17 years, and it was re-broken again probably about a month ago. So what happens is, if I really don't sleep, my nasal drip, because I have allergies, goes into my lungs. Because before I started to live the high life in Canada, I lived in not such a great apartment. I got asthma, and then it all connects. I get really sick, and in my situation, I cannot get sick. So the three normal medications my doctor was supporting me with in Munich was Zopiclone, and I know how bad it is. Salbutamol I need when my lungs feel like they're going to collapse. The Nasonex is critical because I know it's a steroid, and I've had 7 operations on my nose. It literally clears it up so I can breathe. If I can sleep, then I can fight. But I need to take myself out of this scenario. I have one friend in Germany who knows my situation and is helping me. And I go to see my rectum valve in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then I go to see my friend, and he's literally paying for my holiday.
Okay. So I can do that, of course. I can give you another Zopiclone,
Yep.
especially when you tell me that someone stole it. I can also give you the salbutamol, but because of the nose, is there any doctor involved?
It's a waste of time for my nose because I mean you can actually feel it. If you felt it, it's so broken. Well, what I can show you is, you see the scar there?
Yeah.
The bone came out through the skin. It was that badly broken. So I mean, that was in my second year at university. So we're talking like 15 years ago. With regards to the Zopiclone, is it okay to get 20 instead of 10 instead of me coming back? This is what's.
I think you get 2 of these.
Okay. And you can't give it on Alca. It's not me. It's
No, it's not.
Alca.
Okay. You have to pay for that, but you can ask your insurance company whether they pay in afterwards. This is something I cannot do. I'm sorry, but it's.
But you understand the pressure I'm under. My whole life is on the line at the moment.
I do. I just have to filter what is the possibility.
I gave you a little bit of evidence on paper. I didn't give you all of it.
No, I don't need that.
Bundles. But you can piece it together what I'm going through.
I think I can do that already, and of course I would like to help you, but first of all I have to see how can I help you, and I want to help you.
I'll be honest, sorry to interrupt. If this lawyer can't help and this doesn't change, I'm talking within the next 7 to 14 days, I have to do something drastic because I am getting, like, my health, I never had one gray hair before I came here. And the point is I can't even get another job. That's the big problem because they blacklisted me. I basically saved their project in Sky Deutschland. My boss was completely shit at his job. I saved his ass on a major Volkswagen project. And the thing is I don't understand, yes? Is SAP is a big company, right? You have this one idiot and he was doing a lot of terrible things to a lot of people, but specifically to me. SAP know about this and are letting him get away with it blatantly. Why would they risk the whole company on one person? But do you know what I mean?
I know what you're trying to say.
The only way that's possible is he's somehow connected to someone who's high up. Why do that?
Okay, this is next time you come, you should do it.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah? Yeah. And yeah, you have our telephone number, right? Just for appointments if needed, I can give you the phone. Also, yeah.
You know the laptop I have is not even mine. Everything you see I have is not mine. It's people who see what I've been going through and giving me stuff.
I cannot help you with this point.
No, but I'm just saying that's what I'm doing.
Do the best. See you. Bye.
Well, I told another doctor what's going on. This shit's going on in all over Cologne. I can't fucking solve this problem. It's impossible.